clearly I'm on top of starting the vlog this week, right, guys? Let's say I had time to read this week, but like I didn't have time to read this week. You feel me? Like I had time, but I didn't have time, and I kind of like low-key hurt my back. And so laying and sitting has been like, laying has been pretty decent as long as I don't lay on that side, but sitting is a problem because I mainly sit on that hip too, and I know I do, but sorry, I'm getting tired. It is late. Okay, so I started Fourth Wing this week on Sunday. I didn't get super far, so I'll just talk about the Fourth Wing first. I'm really enjoying this. The problem is I have a physical, and I've been lazy, and I didn't want to physically hold the book, but I am a decent chunk. Like, I'm here, so I've read a decent chunk. It's about 116 pages. Maybe it's 15. It's 15 because I ended at chapter 10. So my goal actually tomorrow is to get a good chunk of this. I am going over to my mom's to give her Mother's Day gift a week early just because I know she works next weekend. But my goal is to read this. I'm really enjoying it. I really like dragons, so this is going well. I even have like notes I've been taking because I'm gonna make a whole vlog on my reactions to Fourth Wing. Have I started that vlog yet? No. But I have all of my reactions to the part so far typed out on my phone. Like I've thought ahead because some of this I've read at work. I'm like, I can't like film a video in the middle of work. That's kind of weird. So that's what I did read some of that on Monday, and I read some sporadically throughout this week. Here for the Drama by Kate Bromley. I end up finishing that one on Sunday. 3.5. Talk Bookish to Me by Kate Bromley was like I think it was her debut. Anyways, 5-star. One of the best books I read that year. So I added the other books that she's written onto my TBR since then. And I read the second one, Here for the Drama. It's okay. I liked the main character, but like I felt kind of indifferent about it, you know? Like, I didn't hate her, but I didn't care about the romance part of it. Really, I was just there for like the dog. You know, there's like a dog, and there's always a dog. There's been a dog involved in both of them so far that I read by her, and like I'm here for the dog at this point. So then Monday I started the X-Files by Morgan Elizabeth, and I got that on Libby, and it's just something I like didn't have any audiobooks a lot. I was on hold for a bunch, and I was like, fine, I'll just pick like a short audiobook to listen to, and like a romantic comedy, like right up my alley. Okay, I like romantic comedies. Let's just go ahead and give it a try because had unlimited copies, and I was like, you know what, fine. I really, really liked it. Like, no joke. I really, really did enjoy it. I listened to it while I was walking Ellie this past week, and it just was just so, there was like so many funny moments in it, and it is the typical like hard to get situation where she doesn't want to open up her heart to it because she's been not really burned by other guys. She's been burned by her like father because he's a lovely piece of crap, and you know, and he has to get her like to like trust him, and I really did enjoy it. My only like big complaint with this book is the epilogue. One, it was a very long epilogue. It was like a 31-minute epilogue on the audiobook. That's kind of long for an epilogue, but especially when the book is only like 9 hours. It's a really long epilogue. And there's like almost 40 chapters, and the epilogue is 30 minutes. That's very long. Anyways, in the epilogue, you know, it's like a year later after like the events of like the main book, and they live together. They have a puppy together. They've talked about marriage before and kids. And she comes home from walking said puppy, and there is a note that begins a scavenger hunt, and he has got her a beautiful outfit to wear. And not once does this cross this girl's mind is that he's going to propose. Does he just do scavenger hunts for fun on a regular basis? Like, of of course he's gonna propose. Like, why are you so dumb? She's just like, oh my god, I can't believe you like, girl, everyone knew he was gonna propose. You think his sisters are just casually weird like that? I mean, they might, but let's just be honest though, the fact that his nieces, because his nieces were involved with this, like, they're like young, like under 10. His like under 10 nieces though, they like didn't reveal anything, which I think says a lot. Like, that's kind of impressive. All right, then I also did pick up Goblet of Fire. I'm not very far into it, I'm not gonna lie. Mainly because I'm just trying to prolong the sad parts that are gonna happen, I think. Like, I'm just trying to prolong getting there because, like, I don't want to get there, but it was kind of like my before workbook this week. And so I read a little bit, not that much. Again, like, between Fourth Wing and Goblet of Fire are probably gonna be my focus this weekend. So there's that. And that's pretty much, like, all I read. Those are the 3 books I read this week. So I'm also listening to Night Shift by Stephen King, but like, short stories are just really not my forte. I kind of hate them most of the time, and it's literally just a short story collection, and they feel like they drag. Like, I've been probably, honestly, realistically, I've been reading for like 2 weeks now, and I'm only like 20% in, and it's because it drags so much, and it's on Libby, so like, I really do need to buckle down and read some of that. And it is Friday night, so my plan is to kind of go ahead and read a little bit more of that here. But otherwise, I hurt my back at work, which I knew kind of afterwards. I was like, wow, my back is starting to get really sore. But I think it's been mentioned before, like, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it, that I've been sorting files to see which ones we can get rid of and which ones we have to keep. And I've gotten rid of all of the ones that we for sure can get rid of, okay? But I'm now sorting, like, I started in 2010, and I'm now sorting the 2017 and 2018s because they're, like, mixed together. And I'm pulling out the minors because minor shirts we have to keep longer than we have to keep adult shirts. And I'm, like, lifting them off these, like, so there's filing cabinets are going in. There are boxes upon boxes upon boxes stacked up on top of the filing cabinets, like, to the ceiling. And I'm climbing up on, like, a step ladder and, like, pulling out handfuls of charts and, like, dropping them down to sort them. And it's like that motion, like, hurt my back. Like, it's really, really sore. So, like, ugh. And then today, just little life events here, I guess. I took Ellie for a walk yesterday, Thursday night. It was like 90 degrees. I was like boiling. But like, I took her for a walk, and we get back from our walk. It's not until like, we get back from our walk at like our normal time, like 6:30, and it's like 11. I'm getting ready to go to bed, and I go to take her collar off at night because I don't like to hear it jangling all night long when she's like getting a drink of water or whatever. It was like scratching. Her dog tag is gone, and like, it's kind of illegal to not have your dog registered. So I'm like, where is this dog tag? Like, I went out and searched like the backyard where she goes, like my apartment where she like goes to the bathroom every night. I checked back there, but like they haven't mowed grass in like forever, so like I can't really see anything. And I like took her on a walk again, Friday morning. I took her on a whole walk back through the whole path we went through last night to see if I could find this dog tag, and I cannot find it. So I had to like go to the dog wardens and get a duplicate tag made, which really, realistically, the cost wasn't that bad because it was only $5, and like to register her in the first place is like $30-some a year, which I've just been debating if I should just get her registered for like 3 years, but here at the same time, I like don't know if I want to do that because I'm kind of planning on buying a house in the next few years, but like I don't know if that's gonna be like, I don't think it's gonna be like a next year thing, but it might be like a 2-year or a 3-year thing, and I don't necessarily know, so I don't really want to buy a dog tag because I don't know if I'll stick to this county, you feel me? I don't know yet, but I had to go get her a new dog tag. And then we'll get into why I haven't slept very well and why I'm so tired. I feel like you can see the bag so bad under my eyes. One, it is like almost 11 p.m. and I've been up since 4 a.m. But why have I been up since 4 a.m.? So Thursday night, I'm scrolling through YouTube Shorts, which has become a problem for me. And I'm watching like polite catcalling shorts, okay? And somehow from there, I get into these weird animal stories where I gotta move the computer. Shelby's gonna hit it. There you go, Shelb. I get into these like weird stories of like dogs like protecting their humans from like going down certain paths, or like moving them like in a different direction so like they don't get harmed, like because they can sense stuff that, you know, like in the dark that we can't see and stuff like that. Everything's fine, no, but like kind of terrifying as like I'm a single woman living alone. Like, that's terrifying. And so I ended up falling asleep while watching these videos last night. And at 4 a.m., Eleanor, like, I think I like woke up to like take a drink of water, and like I was like laying back down half asleep, and Eleanor starts barking, and I ask her what is she barking at. I just go, what are you barking at? And she jumps out of bed because she sleeps in my bed with me, and she like the bedroom door is always left open because Shelby likes to come in and out, and she like walks to like my apartment door and just like sits there and barks at it, and it was like terrifying. I'm sorry, like I just freaked myself out with all those videos, and now it's terrifying. Why are you barking at 4 a.m.? And yeah, so I've been up since then. But then when I woke up at 4, and after I couldn't go back to sleep for like an hour, I just decided, you know what, fine, I'm gonna scroll YouTube Shorts again. And so I started scrolling YouTube Shorts again, and I have somehow stumbled across abandoned houses YouTube, where you just watch people explore abandoned houses, and that's become like my main fixation today, is watching people explore like houses that are abandoned. In particular, my favorites are the ones that still have stuff in them, like, because it's like very amazing to me that like people just like left all of their stuff, not like oh, like they died and all their stuff is there, like no, this family just like picked up and left, and like left literally everything. And like when I say everything, like food in the fridge, clothes everywhere. I'm like, what? Particularly the ones that are like multi-million-dollar homes. I'm like, you telling me we have a housing crisis and these houses are just like sitting abandoned? For what reason? Like, I don't know. And then the YouTube Shorts one, somehow like I found out the guy who I was like started scrolling through his channel for YouTube Shorts makes videos of him exploring the entire house. So that's where we're at now. Now I'm watching hour-long videos of him exploring houses that are been abandoned. Yeah, and that's pretty much what we got. And yeah, I think I just want to like getting back to book content, I guess, here. I'm gonna get a little bit of night shift read tonight. I kind of want to get through like maybe 2 of the short stories in it, just to be like, look, I read 2 and that's good progress. But we'll see, you know.
We're in the car again because I forgot to close out the vlog. Granted, I didn't start till Friday night, so there is that. So Friday, I did get a good chunk of the way through Night Shift by King. There's some good stories, but there's more stories I just don't care about in this than not. That being said, though, I still do have like 35% of the book to go, so it could swing around and meet like dead in the middle. Like, and even like there were some good ones, there were some bad ones. I can't say yet, you know. I did read a little bit more of it on Saturday, not a ton, just maybe 10 pages. Like, I didn't read that much. To be granted, I didn't physically read my eyeballs very much on Saturday. I did pick up Fourth Wing because I didn't pick it up in like a week. I am really enjoying Fourth Wing, let me say that. The only problem is that I physically just haven't wanted to pick the book up this past week, so that's a downer. So I haven't picked it up yet. And then I started reading it. I was starting to really get into it, but my mom works next weekend, and next weekend is Mother's Day. So we did family dinner last night, so as I was getting into it, that's when, you know, dinner was done. So I didn't pick it back up after that, because then I got pushed to go get ice cream for everyone. I'm like, why don't you take your car and go get ice cream? I was like, yeah, okay, let's do that. So I did that. Also, I ordered a Kindle this week. I ordered it on Wednesday, and then it came yesterday, and I had to ship to my mom's house because, you know, it's not exactly like, to be be honest, I have most packages just shipped to my mom's house, but particularly because it wasn't cheap. You know, like, I mean, it wasn't uber expensive, but it like also wasn't cheap, you know. So I just had to ship to my mom's house, and that's simply because like at my apartment, they can't. The only people who can get in to deliver mail is the United States Postal Service, because they have a key to get in and like a key for all of our mailboxes. And generally, if the USPS is the one delivering the package, they just set the package outside of our door. Depending on which one is there. The one I like delivers the packages to our door. There's this one guy that sometimes fills in. He just like throws the packages in the mail. I'm like, you're lazy as hell. I purposely had the Chewy box shipped because I didn't want to carry cat litter up 3 flights of stairs, because it's like I live on the 3rd floor and there's like no elevator. I have to like walk up, which isn't like a big deal. It really doesn't bother me, except for like when I have to carry up cat litter, because cat litter is heavy. But digression. But I decided to ship to my mom's house, and I spent a good chunk. It didn't take long to set up, you know. But I had a good chunk of it where I was just scrolling through Kindle Unlimited, because I did sign up for Kindle Unlimited because justifiably the amount that I spend on books when I don't even really have room for books anymore, because I do live in an apartment. Like, I've been out of room before I moved in, because like I just own that many books. Like, justifiably, Kindle Unlimited is like the price of a book, and I can read multiple books a month with that. So I was able to like justify that, and I spend like way stupider money on haha, you jackass. I spend way more money on stupider stuff than $12 a month. Like, we can, you know, I can justify that, and I did get a raise, so like I do have a little bit more expendable money. That it's gonna be short through the summer, and I know that I do have a trip coming up in July, and then it is getting so warm here already. Like, it's already been in the 80s multiple days, and like my apartment is on the 3rd floor, and heat rises, so it's always at least 10 to 15 degrees hotter in my apartment if I just like leave the windows open. But even like yesterday, it was supposed to be like 76, which isn't horrible. But I tried to open my windows like last night to like, okay, just let the cool air come in, and like that'll be fine with some fans. It was still 80 degrees, and it was like 64 out. And I was like, if it's 80 degrees now at 64, that means like during the day, you know, it's gonna be like close to 90, and I can't, like, you know, I'm not physically sitting in my apartment like today because I'm going to my mom's. I cannot justify making Shelby sit in 90-degree heat. Like, girl, the blinds are open enough for you to be a creep and look outside, and there is like, it's not set like super low. Like when I'm there, I have it set at like, I usually try to set it around 73, 74. It's set at like 77, just because I know that's 77, 78, right, is right around where I set it when I'm not home, just because I don't want, like, you know, my animals to overheat. But this is just me going off on digressions today, isn't it? Wow, this is like whole vlog is just a digression. But I was saying, what I was reading on Saturday, that was the whole point of this. Like I said, I didn't play the 4th thing very much. I am enjoying it though. And then the audiobook I started is Erotic Stories for Punjabi Widows, by, I pulled up over here so I can read it on my radio, Balli, Kaur, Jaswal. I think that's how you say it. I'm so sorry, I'm horrible with names. I'm not super intrigued by it, but I don't hate it. That's about all I can say. I'm like 40% through. I'm not super invested in it, but I don't hate it. And like, I've been listening to it in the car, so like I listened to it while I drove to my mom's yesterday, and when I drove home from my mom's. And I mean, each way to and from my mom's it's 30 miles, so it's easy to listen to. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. I'm going to my mom's again today because we're having breakfast, and my stepdad told me if I wanted to eat French toast to come over early, so here we are at 8 o'clock in the morning going to get French toast. And then my mom and him are taking a little bit of a trip to Amish country, and my brother's coming back from Amish country today. Whatever. So they're doing that, so I'm going over to take care of Sammy Sam. Sammy Sam has been naughty lately, so